summer of 2025 saw me, my best mate Matty and his girlfriend Lulu travel across France to see what the country had to offer for us. And we weren't shy with this one. We fished something that was 1,000 acres bigger than anything I've ever fished before. And boy, we were up to the challenge and we were going to make the most of it too. Right, so 2 hours drive, near on 100 miles, and I'm now at the ferry port. So I've got the overnight crossing for tonight. I've got about an hour, well, about 45 minutes now before I start boarding. So I'm just going to chill out, watch a film, maybe make a coffee, and then start boarding and get my head down for a night's kip. And then I think I've got about 5 hours drive on the other side. So with a few stops, so I've sort of ETA is roughly about sort of 1 o'clock. So yeah, tomorrow will be a fairly longish day, but at least I've got to the lake fairly early. The first lake I'm going to it's a big one. It's 1,100 acres bigger than anything I've ever fished before. So I think it's like 2,500 acres. So yeah, it's a big old lake. So we're only doing a couple of nights there. We were going to go somewhere else, but we've decided to go there instead. Mainly I'm more treating it as a recce. It's somewhere I've always wanted to go. So we're I'm going to spend at least a good couple of hours the first day having a look around, getting to grips with the place, and then maybe sort of coming back at another time of year, but we'll see. But yeah, for now, just going to watch this film, and then I'll probably have some dinner on the boat, maybe see how I'm feeling, and then get my head down in long old drive tomorrow morning. Right, I'll catch you later. Got the crew. It was great to see Matty and Lulu after their 3 months travelling trip around Europe. After a few big hugs and a few laughs, we jumped in the van and went looking around the Mahusive Lake. With extremely high temperatures forecast for the majority of our trip, we knew it was going to be difficult, not just on the fishing front either. Plenty of water, plenty of dips in the lake would keep us cool throughout the trip, but boy, it was a hard one, but we made the most of it, what we could anyway. Right, so we settled on a swim. It is all systems go. Kit everywhere. Boats are being pumped up. It's looking absolutely tasty out there. And tasty it was. We couldn't get exactly where we wanted to be for the first night, but we felt like this spot would give us a good ambushing point for any carp that wanted to follow the wind. After getting the rods out, we finally sat back and took in the breathtaking scenery this lake had to offer. And boy, we weren't disappointed. What a lake. All we needed was a carp to go with that now.
On my knees and hands, hoping for a change just to remain as a better man. Take me back to where my heart is full of no regret. Sweet memories, them good times I can't forget. Living in the past like it hasn't even happened yet. Everything to live for, but it feels like there's nothing left. I'm hanging on and now my patience keeps slipping. I won't break, so I'm just waiting till you give in. My world turns, time's ticking. I'm once bitten, twice shy, still forgiven. So many questions in my heart, now where's the answers?
The first night passed uneventful, but who were we to complain? What an epic sunrise we were woken up to.
It's no joke and time's up, so who's laughing?
Right, just gone for a look over the other side and we found a few in the snag, so we're on the move. Right, so we've had a little move. I had a little look up this end earlier on, and I found a couple in the snags. So we're going to move over this way. The wind's hacking down here. It looks lovely down here. This was the original spot we wanted to get to, but there was 2 young lads here yesterday, and they basically said that they were going to fish last night, but they didn't end up fishing, obviously. So yeah, I mean, if they're not going to fish, then someone's got to make the most of it. So yeah, we're going to. Matty's just leaving his van there. We're going to go back, get the boats. I'm going to bring the boats back across. Matty's going to bring my van back, and then the swim is down through them trees there. So yeah, it looks mega down here though. It looks loads better. So so yeah, it's about 4 o'clock. No, it's about 5 o'clock now. So you know, time's getting on a bit. So we best get a move on. After placing a rod each in the area where I'd seen them a few hours before, it didn't take long for us to get a bite.
And it's a long way home.
Alright, yeah, it may only be a small one, but from such a large lake I think we had done pretty well in 2 nights. About half an hour after putting Matty's one back, unfortunately I lost one in the snags, but I suppose you can't win them all, can you? Onwards and upwards, we were off in the morning to somewhere new. So it's the next morning now, and I think we're on the move. We're going to start packing camp down and head off to the next place. Matty's caught one. There he is. He's had a little one yesterday and I've lost one. So mission complete, we've had one from here. So on to the next place. Yeehaw. That's it. Boats are loaded with the last stuff. Walked half of it up with the van, to the vans earlier. So we're packed up, ready to go to the next place. Right, we've just got to the new place. We've found as much shade as we possibly can underneath this tree because it's like 30 degrees today, so it's bloody sweltering. Right, we're going to get the kit out and make a start setting up and finding some areas and get going. We only fished for a few hours on the first day, but once we wound the rods in, we sat back and watched the beautiful sunset. Once the rods went out first thing in the morning, it really didn't take long for us to get a bite, and the action was non-stop that day. Say something then, mate, come on. First one of the trip.
First one out of it.
We haven't weighed it yet, but yeah, it's a start in it. So, rod's been out, what, half hour before that went off?
45 minutes.
Bit of carnage, wasn't it?
Caused a bit of chaos, wipe dash out. But we're off the mark.
Getting heavy, mate.
Put that on.
You're only a little one. Oi. Oh, he's a little one. Little whippersnapper. slimy. Oh, I'm gonna get slimy boobies. One more go. There you go, out of date. Number one. I've got slimy nipples now.
Bad one, is he?
Bigger than the last one anyway, isn't he? Not by much, but...
Little bastard. Let's just wrap around his dorsal look.
Get it off of his dorsal, there we go. He's pretty much fucking tail walked out of it then. I hate it when it catches around the dorsal like that though. Do so much damage, can't you? Rather unhook it. Ooh. That's the breakfast. We got rubbery lips. Oi. Right, number two. It's bloody hot here today. I think it's about 32 degrees. So yeah, we've been struggling in the heat. We've had to temporarily do some shelters. But here's one here, probably scrape a 30. You've got to take the sling off, but it weighs 35 with the sling. So, and he's a lively one. And I don't blame him because it's bloody hot. Down for a sec. Lovely little one. Lovely job. We caught a few other small ones that day, but because of the blazing sun we decided not to mess around with them. Then we watched the day roll into night, and what a beautiful sunset it was. Right, we're on the move. It's about 8:30 now. It's blistering hot already. We've got no shade here, so we're off up the road. There's another spot about 5 minutes up the road that looks a bit shadier. Looks a lot nicer. All the fish we have caught have been all on the left-hand rods as well. So you know, apart from one. So for me, that's a sign that the fish may be holding up left. So we're going to go down there, spend a few hours down there. If nothing, then we're going to shoot off to another lake. Hopefully we can get some shadier weather and some shorter fishing as well, because we're fishing quite a long way out, and it's, I'll be honest, it's a pain in the arse in this heat. We're both sunburnt, neck, back, sack and crack, it's a lot. So yeah, we're feeling it today. So we're going to go for a bit of luxury today. I think it's the easier and safer option. Right, let's go. So we've moved spots now, we're in a nice shady area. We were going to pick up the old markers from the old swim, and we thought we would come along this tree line. And sort of further up that right hand side there, we've seen probably 5 to 7 fish. Obviously we were patrolling probably about 2-3 rod lengths off of the snags because we didn't want to spook what was in there. So there could well be more inside the actual snags trying to sort of seek shelter, because it's ridiculously hot today. So then we come up in this bay here, and there's a big weed bed in the centre here, and we've seen a couple of fish in the weed, one tail sort of sticking out of the water. So we're going to put a rod either side of this each. I'm going to go off this sort of dead snag. Mate's going to go over towards between them two between the two jetties, and that way we can sort of ambush them as they're coming in and out. So, but they're definitely using this margin here to patrol up and down, and they're probably just sort of getting out of the sun underneath the snags, because it is sweltering today, and it's only like 10 o'clock. So, right, anyway, let's try and find an area we like the look of. I'm just going to turn the motor off, just slowly drift in, just fishing with boilies because we're looking for a quick bite. So that's the rig there. Lead clip, 10-ounce lead, size 4 wide gape X, bit of shrink tubing, krill 20mm, and then a pink krill pop up on the top, snowman style. No rig ring, just tied to the hook as well. I don't like the rig rings, I think it just adds more complications to it. That's nice and simple and easy. There we go. And then literally just feeding over the top 20 and 20 mil krill, 20 and 24 mil krill. Not fishing a lot, just going to fish for a bite at a time now. Because it's so hot, I don't think they're going to be eating loads. So I'm going to fish towards this like sort of dead snag here. Fish just off the top of it, tip of it if I can. That's if we can find something that's clear, because there is a big weed bed out in the centre there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to slowly just edge our way in with the motor. I'm just looking for a clearer area of weed, so we're off the front of that snag now. Let's just have a quick look in front of that. Drifting quite fast now, which isn't really helping, but it's rock hard there. Literally rock hard. No weed. Let's go off the side of it here. Rock hard again, bit softer but still hard. So no weed, nothing, so it's not going to matter really too much here. Right, so I don't really want to drift in too much, and I don't want to go past this snag because this will cause issues, so I'll back up a little bit. So I'm going to go in line with that snag there, off the tree by a couple of rod lengths. So I'm going to go off the side of the boat like that, in line with the tree, in line with that there. Rock hard. Just double check that, make sure it's all good. Yeah, that's lovely. Boff. And that's literally it. A little bit bait exactly on the rig. A few spread about. Not going too mad. It is still summer, so that them 50 baits I just put out probably wouldn't last very long, but couple more. Give it a nice bit of bait, nice spread as well. As you can tell, I'm not left-handed. I throw like a pansy. Right, I'm happy with that. Let's make sure this knot don't get caught up. There we go. Just drift out this base slowly. That's lovely down there. I'm feeling confident with that. It's probably about 4 foot maybe. But the whole length's quite shallow. It's about 10 foot in the middle. So, right, get the motor back now. Whoa, Jesus. Don't they hang on? Oh my god, that net's hot. Wow. Hey. Bosh. Slap me up, baby. Right, so the first one from today, it's baking hot. We've moved swims. We're in the shade now, and it's much cooler here. And we're catching fish, and we've seen a load as well. So fingers crossed, the move's going to pay off nicely. I wasted no time getting that rod back out. Even in the height of the afternoon, you never know when that next bite is going to come along. Absolutely baking in the afternoon, so once the rods went out, we decided to have a dip in the lake just to cool off. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh. That's what happens when you let me cook. We had a few more smaller ones that day, but again, because of the blazing sun, we decided just to put them back. The sunset that evening was absolutely beautiful. The lake was flat calm, lovely nearly clear skies. It was just perfect. But just as we were about to reel in, Lulu's rod went off, so she got her first proper taste of action of carp fishing, and I think she's got the bug. Lulu's fish actually turned out to be the biggest fish from this lake. Beginner's luck, eh? I'm just coming up. Just going to go replace the rod. Have a coffee while I'm doing it. Beautiful. Having it in the mug mate and Lulu got me, whether it bled. Lovely that. Sick. So these floating weeds have been a bit of a nightmare. Obviously where the fish are rooting around at the bottom, they're ripping up the weed. But it's becoming a bit of a nightmare for our line. So, and this is right on the path of my line, this bit here. So I'm just gonna sort of pick this bit up. Just so it's out of the way. You know, you can imagine that wrapped around your lines causes a fair few problems. Oh, spinning round now. Try not to spill my coffee. There we go. Right. You know, when the wind picks up and that's on your line, it just pulls it. It pulls a bow into your line and you can never get it out. And when we are using back lids as well, but we're still getting it happen. He's only a tiddler.
When I'm with you, when I'm holding you close to my body, oh, things get big. You can't make me run and hide, so challenge me.
Whoa. Fucking powerful.
Draw your blade, 'cause I'm not gonna hide.
Let's have a good look at you.
We've been
What's going on? He's only a little tiddler. Lead didn't even come off either. It's a good start. Oh, he is tiny. I'm not going to mess about with him. He's a long lean one. There we go. Here you do. Long lean one. Maybe 20, 30 pounder maybe, I don't know. Lovely fish though. Right, so I'm just drifting up to the spot now. There's a load of ducks here. I'm a big believer of like birds following carp or carp following birds, one of the two. So, right, we're just coming up to the spot. I'll slow the motor down. I generally do before I get to the spot as well. I chuck a handful or two over the top and then drift in with the boat. I'd rather spook them with bait. So I'm literally off the tip of that tree, about a rod length and a half off of it maybe. So just gonna chuck in a few handfuls. So I've actually washed these baits out. That's what I've done at one of the other lakes in the spring, and it worked quite well. So just wondering, maybe we soften the baits up first. You know, it might get us quicker bites. Maybe because they'll be able to chew through it quicker. Right, that'll do. And then I'm going to drop the rest right on top of the rig. There goes all the ducks. Definitely not following the carp now. Not in the sky. Right. Get myself sorted. So I'm literally just going to swing off the side of the boat. It's not very deep, it's about 4 foot maybe. And I don't like the position I'm in. About there. No, so I don't like that. That's firmer there. Definitely firmer there. So, back in line with that tree. And in line with that there. Boff. It's an almighty crack there. Don't need lots of bait. I put a lot of bait in that yesterday. There's probably still some boilies on the spot. Spread these around nicely. There you go, so it's probably what, 50, 55 baits maybe? Don't need a lot. That water is so warm. Right, see what I mean? The weeds are on the line already. So I'm going to stand up now, and I'm going to sink my tip as much as possible. And that's it. And just go back to a straight line to the bank. There's a big bit of floating weed there.
Even though we both caught fish that morning, we had a look down the other end with the drone, and we were very surprised with how many fish were down there in the shallow water, even in the blazing sun. So we decided to pack up and get our stuff down there and see if we could catch any more before heading off to the next venue.
I was just out in the boat replacing a rod and the other one's just rattled off. I've just got back, it was stuck in the pads but it's out now. It's calling some weed now. There it comes. Ooh. You see it on the top there, I think that's it anyway. There's loads of them out there now. Now that the sun's gone down, they're starting to show a little bit. Yeah, that's got to be the fish out there on the top. Very close to the other lines now. Try and get them back. There you go, it's out on the top there now, but it's getting close to the other rod. He's going back that way.
It's over the top anyway. Yeah. Oh, what a scrap. Look, this one in about 3 to 4 foot of water, I'd say. Next to the pads, and there's a weed bed with the left hand side of that as well, so I'm sort of between the pads and the weed bed. So yeah, can't be very far out now. Oh, I'm so sunburned, it's unreal. Oh, it's been hot today. It's been hot every single day we've been here. You can see why we've been struggling every single day. Especially when this lake hasn't really got much depth to it, sort of 10 foot all over. I mean, it's that hot, it's like a bloody swimming pool in there. There it is. This one's on the Tiger. On the double Tiger. No, get away from that other line, please. Feels like it's got some weight to it, whether it's got some weed round it or not, I don't know. But it definitely feels a better one than what we have been catching, I'd say. There it is. Common. It's got weed on it, look. That's why. It's about the same size as the one this morning, I'd say. It's hard to tell. Whee. Yeah, about the same size as the one this morning. Another torpedo. It's going to slip him back, I think. Sort all this weed out. What's going on there? Okay. Cool little black spot on him there, look. That's cool. Nailed. There he is, nailed. Absolutely nailed. God, Jesus. Jesus. Proper nailed that one. Off he goes. £20 common, I'd say. Oh well, he's a start. Gets me going here now. Lovely. Right, let's rig up and get back out.
There we go. We have 30 pounder maybe. If you can see that. Yeah, he's a 30 pounder for sure. Sweet.
There we go. 30 pounder. He'll do. Still can't tell if that's in focus. He'll do. That'll do.
Right, good morning. So I managed 4 last night and had 3 weird occurrences. It was almost like fish was swimming into the line almost, but it was ejecting the lead, so whether I was being done or not, I'm not 100% sure. But either way, we're on the move today. We have 3 nights left. We're going to try and make the most of it. We're going to go somewhere that we can sleep in the camper vans and have a nice little bit of a happy ending, should we say, before we go into Paris, because we're going into Paris for a couple of days as a mini weekend away sort of thing. So that should be good. So I've just replaced 2 rods. I wound them all in last night. I didn't really want to keep getting up every sort of couple of hours, knowing that we've got to drive today and set up again. So I've just put them back out for the last couple of hours. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then you'll see me at the next place anyway. So if I don't catch any more, I'm going to end this here now. We've had a good time here. It's been frustrating. It's been very hard. The weather's not improving either. When we move to the next place, it's still sort of low 30s. Very high air temperature as well. So we'll try. We'll see how we get on. We've got 3 nights left, so let's see what we can do in 3 nights. Anyway, thanks for watching, much appreciated, and we'll see you on the next one.